Hi, hello! Let's watch the new gameplay trailer for the newest Sims 4 expansion pack, Enchanted by Nature. I am a member of the EA Creator Network, so thank you to EA for inviting me to join the early access event. I will be deep dive reviewing the game live on Twitch on July 7th. We're going to go through every single object, read all the descriptions, look at all the swatches, and of course, talk about our feelings. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and if you stick around till the end, you'll have a chance to enter the giveaway to win a copy of Enchanted by Nature for yourself. If you want to talk about this more, I'll be at twitch.tv/HiHelloRachel.
100,000 welcomes to Innisgreen, where the joys are plentiful and the wonders awe-inspiring. Here, it feels like we're truly enchanted by nature. There are
wallpaper
many ways to
and the
enjoy
windows.
the bounties of nature, many paths
The stairs.
to follow, from a peaceful
Still
life
don't
outdoors
match.
to
Okay.
exploring enchantment and magic. Let's begin at the root, plants and
Plants and gardening.
Caring for these beauties gives you a pure dose of joy.
Plant Sims will finally have use.
Just water them when dry and look good as new.
Dead plants.
Except for those poor things.
I like all the planters.
Here's a tip. A little fairy dust goes a long way. Enchanted plants water and weed themselves. Oh, they do tend to attract pixies though. Hey, at least they're cute. For
Okay.
those with slightly more
Pixies.
gardening expertise, bring more of the
Oh,
outdoors
we're gonna
in.
go through
Potted
frame by frame.
plants. Place them wherever they fit. Fill the entire room if you want. If you're a fellow fan of foliage, your passion can take you a long way. So go
Name
on,
your
name them,
houseplants.
talk to them, whatever. I don't judge. You may have noticed a little flicker earlier. Well, the wait is over. Fairies are here.
Aw, fairies.
Let's start with the basics,
Okay,
shall
fairy
we?
stories.
A mere mortal aspiring to be a fairy. Hey, no need to be alarmed. You called me. Now all you have to do is follow the path laid out for you and poof!
Become a fairy. Okay. I like her little flower garters.
Oh, look at this entrance. Subtle, right? Oh, I love witnessing the
I'm enjoying this voice
transformation of
acting.
a Fairy.
Oh, wings.
There are many ways for you to customize your
pretty.
fairy form. Stunning. Go on, my little style
Yeah, the
icon.
cast is going to be so good for this.
Things are going to be very different for you now. Fairies are truly emotion-driven creatures,
I like her
nourished by the
horns, too.
moods of others.
Ooh,
But if
emotional
you don't take
force.
care of
Okay.
your needs, well, it's always a pity to see one go like that. Luckily, you can simply consume bottled emotions or absorb emotions from others to fulfill your needs.
Aw.
You do know I'm still here,
Romance.
right?
Oh.
As I was
Fairy
saying,
woohoo.
absorbing emotions comes naturally to
Oh,
every
the
fairy,
dollhouse is
as
cute.
does shrinking, but many
Can a
acquire
fairy
other
sleep in a
abilities as well.
dollhouse?
Fairy dust is simply the sugar on top. The more you use your abilities, the
Oh,
more
look at all the fairy abilities.
powerful
Okay.
you become. Fulfill good and wicked desires, like aging someone up. Bringing gnomes to life, or messing with relationships. Oh.
Disruptive fairies.
We love a little
Ah.
drama.
Malcolm.
But fairy life isn't for
Jeffrey. I
everyone.
never know their names.
Like this nature nomad. Ah, sure, living off the land may be an adjustment at first, and
Why do they
a
keep eating
acquired
frogs?
Taste, perhaps. But the more time you spend working on natural living skills, the easier it gets to manage your
New
needs.
counters and cabinets.
Seriously, why confine yourself to four walls when
I guess this is gonna
nature
make
has
all,
been
like, living off the grid,
all-inclusive
rags to
since
riches.
the dawn of time?
Really fun.
But balance is a tightrope, not a throne. If you find yourself wallowing in a bad mood
balance
for
and
too long,
imbalance.
you begin to teeter into imbalance, experiencing minor symptoms. Ignoring it leads to serious consequences and may mean picking up an ailment. Oh. Okay, time to bring in some outside help. With the apothecary skill,
Elixir
you can craft
enthusiast.
everyday plants into elixirs and cures galore. Like ailment cures, emotion potions that change any mood, or elixirs that fulfill all your needs for a time. Whoa, is that lucky liquid? I know a fisherman who could have used that. If you're inspired to help others with your new skill, there's
Oh.
always a need for more naturopaths. After a quick
Okay.
exam, it's time to determine the best course of
That's kind
treatment.
of fun.
Hopefully, the correct one.
Amo Boda.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Riva, Phoebe.
Tarib Kibarn.
Sometimes that means designing a wellness program for a client or offering a plant-based
that's fun.
remedy. Of course, not all
Look at that
plants
fence,
are
though.
entirely ordinary. The moody shrub allows you to extract emotions from it. An aura blossom can affect your luck or imbalance as long as you don't anger it. Oh, and the lightning root. I'm sure they're fine. With your natural living and apothecary
Okay.
skills, you'll be able to help
Elixirs.
so many folks in need. And there's a lot of them in this quiet little hamlet.
I think the world
The
is gonna
blend
be
of
beautiful.
natural and magical elements throughout Innisgreen strikes a perfect balance, if I do say so myself. It can be a lot to take in, but luckily the locals are happy to fill you in.
This is a
Lending
beautiful
hand is a
world.
fast way to make friends and hear all kinds of stories about this place. Plus, earn a few rewards. Speaking of locals, I see you've met my ex, Spruce.
Bruce.
And will you look at that? Our cosmic hourglass is emptied. Well, that's the grand tour. I'd say you're ready to explore this enchanted world of ours. Time for me to dissolve into the mist somewhere. You're gonna do great. Just don't forget to water the plants. Bye.
Okay. That was cute. There was a lot in there. I think we're going to have to go a little slower and really see what we're dealing with. First impressions are strong. I'm seeing a lot of repurposed animations, and definitely relying on quite a lot of base game. I saw quite a few base game objects in that, which isn't a bad thing necessarily, but I mean, there's obviously no new kitchen stuff. I think it looked like there might have been new counters and cupboards, but there was a base game stove, base game clutter on the counters. I'm always disappointed when there's not kitchen stuff. We don't have very much in the way of supernatural kitchenware, which I think is a bummer. I would really like that. Okay, well, let's do an even deeper dive and really look at some details together. Okay, huge shout out to the Sims community for putting together a whole collection of screenshots. That's what I'm going to be using to look through this video. Starting off strong, I really think that this expansion pack is really going to excel in CAS specifically, and hopefully a really beautiful world. I am reserving judgment about build buy until we see more details and also do our deep dive when the pack comes out. Immediately, I'm just seeing a lot of like really pretty colors. I'm hoping we get a lot of purple swatches because we obviously really lack nice purple swatches in the catalog, but immediately lots of really cute fairy stuff. I don't personally intend to play with fairies very often, but I think it's nice to have. I think that the Simmers who created the world did a really nice job. On stream, we did look through the official Sims blog to see which builders were responsible for building which lots, and everything we saw, just like the intermediate screenshots, looked very promising. But the more we see, the more excited I get. I really like how green and bright everything is, but I am sort of foreseeing quite a lot of debug that maybe isn't going to be super useful to try and build in other worlds. I'm really excited by some of the new build buy stuff we're immediately seeing. the wallpaper. The fences, the little fence gate is so cute. It looks like we have new stairs. It looks like we might have a new, I can't tell if that's just a new terrain paint or an actual new floor. I think it might be a new floor rather than a new terrain paint. Definitely a lot of repurposed plants, but some new ones as well. And I do really like the new columns as well as the new spandrels. I think those are really pretty. The new windows are obviously really nice, and the new doors. And something we've really been missing, I think, is a more organic, more sort of like living structure style architecture. And I think that's really nice. And again, of course, lots of cute new casts. I don't know how I feel that it's clear that the fence and the columns aren't going to match. Similarly, we have yet more stairs that don't match with flooring. I don't know why we can't have matching swatches. How hard could it possibly be? First look at an interior is very promising. We obviously have a new mural as well as very cute wall shelves, which I'm very excited by. Looks like we have lots of new plants as well. And the fact that we now have the existence of dying plants really appeals to me. Like, this is what we've been wanting. I hope that there's more stages of withered, and I'm really hoping that we have plants that are literally like black. But a dead plant excites me greatly, and I'm really hoping that Sims will leave them alone if you don't want the Sims to bring them all back to life. Maybe a bit of a bold choice, putting artwork on a glass window. A new window box. Again, they put a lot of stuff on the glass walls or the glass windows, which is a bit strange. We do have new counters, which are beautiful. I love the corner counter. I also like how they built the corner around the column. Obviously it's clipping, but it's still pretty cute. I did notice a rug that I'm sure we'll come across, but there's definitely these like floor decals, these floor decals that I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. I like decoration, wall and floor, to have a bit more texture. When it's super flat, it just looks really fake to me. Happy about the dead plants. Happy about all the different plant pots. That's really cute. I'm wondering if there's going to be either like built-in game or maybe a mod that your Sims can use pottery from businesses and hobbies to actually craft these pots. It kind of looks like the dead plants might be a little stinky, which is honestly not my favorite, because then Sims are not going to let you just have like dead clutter in their house without freaking out about it. So I'm hoping that they either allow you to turn that off, or maybe someone comes up with a good mod that lets you just have dirty dishes and dead plants without your Sims freaking out about it. This new sink is delightful, as is this tiny little fairy pixie creature bathing in it. I do like this wallpaper that I guess is meant to look like bark or skin. I don't know what it looks like, but I think I like it. Definitely have a lot of new surfaces to work with, which I think is nice too. Plus, I am very excited by what I assume is going to be another living curtain, like we have from, I think it was from one of the kits. We have a green curtain. I can't remember what it was called. Let me know in the comments. It looks like we have another one, which I'm really excited about. We use that all the time. I mean, this immediately appeals to every part of my clutter-loving heart. I really like how many new gallery walls they've given us. Obviously, I wish that each of the frames were separate so I could make my own gallery wall, but I understand why that's not possible. I do love how many gallery walls have living greenery. I think that's very nice as well. But I think the colors and patterns are really beautiful, and I'm really excited by having, hopefully, a lot of new greenery. I really want to see a lot of indoor and outdoor plants and decorations available. Another cute little additional detail. I think there's going to be good gardening clutter, and as far as I'm concerned, you can never have enough gardening clutter. You can't tell me that this doesn't look stunning. Look at that beautiful fairy door. Again, I don't think I like the leaf rugs. They don't have enough depth for me, at least in this screenshot. I do like the desk and the coffee table, the planters, the chairs. Obviously, the windows and shelves and all the growing plants are really beautiful. And it looks like we have a new floor. I like that too. Look how beautiful that art is. They're really giving us some really nice artwork. I mean, gone are the days of pears and apples in bedside table frames. Definitely have some interesting cast options. I'm hopeful that we have some new makeup that's a little bit more wearable, but I'm not holding my breath. I mean, I think you see a picture of this guy when you look up fairy in the dictionary. Definitely looking forward to seeing all of the new gameplay that they introduced for fairies. I'm not really anticipating using too much of it, but I think it'll be fun to add to the game. I guess realistically, I'm just excited for people who are excited for fairies. I never played with fairies in Sims 3, so I don't have any nostalgia feelings for it, but I do love any sort of like nature, environment, greenery stuff in this game, and that really scratches the itch for me. I'm pretty excited that we can customize wings for fairies. So many different wing styles is very appealing as well. They're all so pretty. Historically, I've not been able to paint animals, horses, tattoos. Hopefully wings are a little bit different, but I'm excited to try. And I'm pleased that we have so many fairy fashions as well. I mean, these are obviously going to be really fun. I don't know if they're super usable for non-supernatural Sims. I think we could be inventive. And it does look like we are going to get evil fairies as well as good fairies, which I think is really fun. So here's our first look at the fairy needs bar, I guess. I don't know what it's called. Fairies still have energy, fun, social, and hygiene, but I guess instead of having to use the bathroom and eating, they need emotional force. And if your emotional force gets too low, your fairy dies. Once again, supernatural creatures can steal the force from human Sims. Base game floor. I do like this indoor tree though. That's really exciting to me. More freezer bunnies. I don't know. I just kind of want all my Sims to have horns now. Is that weird? It looks like this shot is inside that canopy bed that we saw from the first trailer, but I'm excited to have a new canopy bed. Oh, right. And the fairy woohoo, which delights me. New fireplace. Beautiful. New rug with a unicorn on it. We love it. Having just a little fairy smooch. I also really like the bookcases. I'm excited for the build buy that we've seen so far. I just have a premonition that there's going to be some missing pieces. Hopefully I'm wrong. This delights me as well. If there's not only a new dollhouse, but your fairy can sleep in the dollhouse, I mean, that's the cutest thing ever. I really like that the details of the dollhouse are just miniature versions of the large-scale furniture as well. I think that is so cute. More gnomes, which is very exciting. I really like the look of that house in the background. I hope that that's a playable house and not just a debug structure. I'm not sure if I'm alone in this, but off the record, I don't really enjoy Sims gardening gameplay. I find it kind of tedious, and it does seem that this pack really is going to have a lot of gardening, which is not the worst thing, and I think it makes sense for, you know, fairies and everything that go along with fairies, but I'm not sure if I'm going to really enjoy that. Our first look at the fairy ability chart. Obviously, we don't know what the details are yet, but it looks like that your fairy can be a manipulator, emotional, or a nature fairy. And then there's some sort of customization option. Oh, I guess it looks like there's positive and negative customizations for each. I'm definitely looking forward to playing through this. Evil abilities to age up other Sims is honestly kind of iconic. Is that Don Lothario? Oh, well, obviously he woohooed in the wrong place. Being able to bring gnomes to life is pretty fun as well, for cleaning, for gardening, for protecting, and for repairs and upgrades. The ability to sway another's emotion. Poor Jeffrey, not Malcolm. Jeffrey, I never know his name. And we can be a disruptive fairy, which honestly seems really fun. Maybe I'll finally be able to have a mean Sim. And we have a nature nomad. That new mailbox is stunning. And I really like this outdoor garden living space. I think that's so beautiful. But again, we can see base game stove, base game kettle. That little awning over the sink is really cute too. And I do really like the new roof paint. Definitely seeing mostly base game and debug greenery, but I do like these new flowers. I think those are really pretty. Once again, forcing Sims to eat frogs, kind of for no reason. And I do like that seems like our Sims can just live fully outside, which I think is going to be really helpful for rags to riches. A slightly better look at the kitchen. I think it's really pretty. I really don't know why I'm so obsessed with the spandrels and the columns in this pack, but I'm expecting great things. So it seems like we also have a new luck system, which is interesting, I think. Balance and imbalance in the world, yet another thing for your sim to worry about. And a bit more insight into all the ailments that it seemed like Sims had in the first trailer. Gnome lore, having gnomes chase you around. Okay, Elixir Enthusiast seems like a really fun trait. I'm super excited to try this one out. Look how beautiful the artwork is. Okay, so it looks like we have an apothecary table now, and the apothecary table matches up. Doesn't align perfectly, but does match up with the counters, which I think is a nice detail. Also be able to do apothecary mentoring, which I guess is fun, and being able to, I assume, have new skills, apothecary skills, and learning new cures, being able to craft new cures, and then store things in the table as well, it looks like. Really like the wallpaper that we see in this shot, and again, even more sort of greenery garden stuff. I'm really happy about this. I really like the shelf in the background. This is very intriguing to me. This is what I really had hoped we would see more of. How are we creating structures that look like this? Is it just how we've always done it, just with roofs and having to put down all the walls for gameplay? Or is this actually some sort of new build mechanic? We're seeing a lot of cute stuff in this shot as well. I'm really excited by whatever this like little awning thing is. It looks like we might have 2 different archways, which is also super exciting. As well as that's a really pretty new fence with greenery on top. I like how many, I don't know, wisteria or different other sort of dangly plants we have. And yet another beautiful fireplace, fun floors, good wallpaper. I think there's gonna be some good build by. Interesting new ailments too. I like that we can express sympathy or help her, but not both. Another sort of suboptimal looking rug that seems closer to a decal than anything else. Another shot at the garden. I really like the gate with the archway. More archways to go through is always a good thing. And it does look like we have yet another sort of rug decal where we see like this greenery rug. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that, honestly. 3 new magical plants that I'm pretty ambivalent about, honestly. Definitely looking forward to the new apothecary elixir manufacturing gameplay. I think that's actually gonna be really fun. So 3 new neighborhoods, which we already knew. The coast of Admore, which looks honestly a little bit like Trinqueterra. It's really beautiful and colorful, which I think is really nice. The little fish shop and a fishing area I think is nice as well. Of course, can't have a coast without having a giant gnome statue. Spruce Dairy Grove, which to me feels pretty similar to Henford on Bagley. Really excited about that. Really excited about the lights underneath the awnings of roofs. I'm really hoping that we can attach them to any roof regardless of the shape. And this is so beautiful. I love the new wallpaper. The shingles are stunning. I think building in this world is going to be really fun. Building in this style is going to be really fun. And Everdew, I guess, is like the magical area. The fairy bar, the round fairy bar, the bar stools are really beautiful. I love all the mushroom. Is it a mushroom light, do we think? I want to see more details of that. I think that that's actually a ceiling light. And look at all the purple swatches. I'm very happy for the purple swatches. Mystical trait, fun. And a very minor detail that just stuck out to me. Those are little shopping carts stacked behind. I am hoping, I mean, I don't think we can hope that we have a single shopping cart by itself, but I'm really hoping that at the very least we have a little row of shopping carts in debug that we can place wherever we want in the game. That's a really nice detail. We don't have anything like that I'm aware of so far. Once again, we're seeing the same string lights that we have from toddlers. And I guess yet another way for your Sims to make money outside, which again, I think is nice. The plant sim Spruce, who clearly never skips leg day at the gym. Are those glass walls? That's very intriguing to me. We don't have anything like that. I'm really curious to see how this works. It also looks like we might have a new platform. I think as we've really needed, we haven't had a new one of those in ages. A moment for this cute little romper outfit. I don't know what it is, but I think it's really cute. Okay. And that's the end. So what do you think? Are you excited about fairies? Let me know in the comments below. Go to HiHelloRachel.tv/giveaway for a chance to win a copy of Enchanted by Nature for yourself. The code has been generously provided by the EA Creator Network and will work for PC and Mac on the EA app. Check the description below for more details. Make sure you use your favorite creator's code when you pre-order or buy any Sims 4 packs on the EA app or at thesims.com. Mine is HiHelloRachel, but please use someone's even if it's not mine. I hope you enjoyed this early reaction video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.